Hey, how you doing? Hi, folks. Welcome to another space with me, Kalu Aja. This is our money space every Sunday. We try to do it 8 p.m. West African time, and here we're of course talking money, finances, and of course the economy. We want to make it personal. So, how do the money topics of the day affect your wallet? This week we've got guests in the house from Cleva. I just heard about Cleva, and I'm super excited to hear what they have to tell us today. Cleva, let me get them to unmute, introduce themselves. Gonna start with Tolu. Then I'll give you guys just my own background, how I got to know about Cleva, and how I think what they're doing is just fantastic. So Tolu, unmute. Go ahead and introduce yourself, and I've got Philip as well. Let's get you guys to introduce yourself, and then we'll take it from there.
Awesome. Thank you, Carlo. I hope everybody can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. My name is Tolu Alabi. I'm a co-founder of Cleva Banking. I'll pass it over to Philip.
Hi, Philip.
Hello, everyone. This is Philip Abel Adama, the CTO of Cleva Banking and co-founder with Tolu as well. Also Nigerian.
All right, guys, welcome to the space, right? So, like I said, me personally, right, I wrote a book, and I wanted to get folks to do the editing or to do the proofreading of my manuscript. So I went on Fiverr, and I tried to get like a gig, those guys that do the gig economy to basically come and read my book, and I'll pay them, right? Someone from Nigeria hopped into Fiverr and grabbed the book, and we talked, and I did pay, but I sort of like talked to her. How do you get this money that I'm going to pay you? I'm using an account of so and so. So when they get it, they're going to give it to me. I live in Nigeria completely. This is just my way of making money in Nigeria. So essentially, she was doing a gig economy, right? And she had her profile out there. But when she gets the money, it's a long process to go from Fiverr to someone to her. Long process. I work with a lot of folks back home in Nigeria. They work in Nigeria, they go do jobs offshore, like they do programming or whatsoever, and they get paid. Same thing. They write a check to them, or they are doing crypto, or they are doing pay me this way, pay that way. I think Cleva has hit on something unique, where they are basically opening up accounts. For you, you can be in Nigeria and have an account offshore, allowing you to then get those revenues that you would have earned legally, right? Through an account. I think it's pretty clever. clever. So I really want Tolu to just walk us through. So let's start with just what is Cleva? What are you guys doing? Let's start from the history more or less.
Yes. So with Cleva, right, we enable people based in Nigeria to be able to open a US-based bank account so that they can receive payments for their service or for the work that they've provided to a customer abroad. And the reason for this is literally what you just described, Carlo, right? Is we see a lot of young people who are going into, who are exporting their skills, going into the gig economy, right?
Yeah.
And they're providing services to companies or even other individuals abroad. But when it comes time for them to now get paid for all this hard work that they've done, it's now a problem, right? People are maybe reaching out to their friend, please help me receive this payment in your PayPal account. And then that friend receives the payment. Now it's story. They don't receive the payment from the friend. Maybe it takes 1 month. The friend shuts them. That happens, right? So that's where we've been looking online to learn more about this problem, understand what the gaps are, and that's when we decided, hey, we can actually find a way to solve this problem by providing this offshore account so that they're empowered to have their own source of receiving this payment from their customers. So all you have to do is after you open a Cleva account, you tell your customer, hey, this is the account number, this is the routing number, it's a US-based account. If you're based in the US, just send me a regular US to US transfer, right, which is cheap. It's not even that expensive and it's pretty fast. And even if your customer is not even in the US, let's say they're in London, you can still give them this same US account and they can still send you money from London, from Canada, from other countries across the world as well. Some of our customers do this today as well. So essentially, right, like the crux of Cleva is to enable people receive US dollar payments from anywhere in the world into their account that's in their name, right? And that's the first step for us.
Yeah.
But eventually, we want to go beyond even just receiving USD to, okay, now I've received this USD payment into my Cleva account. Well, not naturally, I probably want to do a bunch of things with it. I probably want to maybe convert some of it to Naira so I can pay my bills. Maybe I want to put some on my USD card so I can pay for Netflix, right? How can I do all of this within Cleva instead of sticking together 5 different platforms? That's also part of what we're building, to make Cleva this holistic banking platform for you to be able to get paid, but also manage your money over time.
Gotcha. So that's a great introduction. I mean, you linked that story really, really perfect. I love it. Quick question for you: is it only US? Maybe Philip can hop in here. Is it only US? The account has to be based in the US, but I can send money from anywhere in the world to that US account.
100%. The account right now is based in the US. It's a US account. However, I can receive money from anywhere. So this account has an account number. It also has a SWIFT code. So I can give somebody the SWIFT code. And like I said, our customers are doing this today. But somebody in France, I can give them the account number, the SWIFT code. Maybe I've done a job for this person. The person can go to their bank app and they can send me the money that they need to pay me, right, into this my Cleva account.
Gotcha. For those that don't know, SWIFT is just international transfers. We're going to send money across the border. You need your SWIFT code. So that's also what Tolu's talking about. Philip, hop right in here. How has it been really? Give me the story. Give me some numbers or whatever. What's the story so far from when you guys started till now? What are you guys doing?
Yes, so between when we launched in August this year, specifically around the middle of August, and between August and October, we got about thousands of users that have signed up on the platform, a percentage of them that have been actively receiving money from their clients. We've had people who've provided very solid feedback about how Cleva has saved their business from the perspective of, I've done all these wonderful things for my clients abroad, but they're tired of going through hoops to send me money. Now that I have a Cleva account, they can easily pay me without issues. So that's been very, very great, getting that kind of very solid and positive feedback from the customers we're serving today.
And I had to say it's. Go ahead, Philip. I'll just chip in. Tolu said it's in my name. So the account is in my name, not Cleva's name, right? It's in my name.
Exactly. So if Usman Mohammed creates a Cleva account and gets a dollar account, the name that they will see is Usman Mohammed. Exactly.
Oh, interesting.
And so on the list of things that we have planned, we're like super excited to be in this space because Tolu and I have significant experience. She used to work at Stripe as a product manager. I've been a software engineer for like forever at like some big companies like Amazon Web Services and whatnot. So we have the experience and the drive to really to be very customer obsessed and really, really build solid features. For example, we have USD accounts today that we launched in August. We are actively working on launching our cards products that's coming very, very soon. We have, savings and investments like planned as on the roadmap, a bunch of other interesting things that are coming.
Interesting. So, two Nigerians solving a unique Nigerian problem that you cannot get an account, you cannot get payment to Nigeria. I mean, who hasn't had this problem before? I go abroad. You can send money to South Africa. I'll give you an example of just my own book, right? I wrote a book. I went to Amazon. It's published in Amazon. I can sell my book in South Africa, in Egypt, I believe in Kenya. I can't sell it in Nigeria. Why? Because there's just no payment network for Amazon in Nigeria. Same thing with PayPal. Lots of apps. You're Nigerian, you can't participate. Just Nigeria, I know. And so I like when I see Nigerians solving our own problems in the right way. So this question is going to be for just you and to whoever wants to just hop in. How does this work? Just walk me through it. Kalu, what do I need to get a Cleva account? How does it work?
Okay, so right now we don't yet have a mobile app, but that's actually in the works and will be launched soon. So what you will do is you will go to getcleva.com. Once you go to our website, you can read a little bit about what we offer and our various products. Then you can click the Get Started button. There's this very shiny gold button looking at you, and you can click that to get started. when you click that button, then you can now sign up. All you have to do at that point in time is put your name, your phone number, just very, very password, and then you get very minimal information. Then you create the account, you verify your email. These are like standard account opening stuff. And then once you get access to the homepage, now you need to do KYC, which is very critical, of course, before you can get this USD account. Our KYC process, we try not to make it too cumbersome, where we ask you for so many documents, your parents' birth certificates, and then we tell you it will take 3 months. We try not to do all of that. But we do require BVN. We require BVN. As you know, like that's a standard requirement from the Central Bank of Nigeria. So we require you to have your BVN, and we require that your BVN actually passes verification.
Okay.
Because there's you need to make sure that people are not using other people's BVNs and all of that. So we require your BVN. We also require your ID. So not just that your BVN passes, but we also need you to upload an ID. It could even be NIN, it could be passport, voter's card, driver's license, whichever one you have, upload. Now once we go through that and we verify you can, which usually happens within a day. You can then go click one button, open your USD account, you get your account number, your routing number. You can start sharing that with your clients and start receiving payments.
Do I see my balance like a normal bank account? I can see if I log in, can I see my balances in that bank account? Can I transfer from that bank account to say, Wells Fargo, Bank of America? What can I do with that bank account on the app?
Yes. So you can see your balance. As soon as you open your account, you will see your balance is zero. Once you receive money, you will get an email that you've received the USD deposit, and then you will log in and you will see your balance has updated. Now, in terms of what can I do with this money, as of today, you can transfer this money to any Nigerian account. So you can, in the app, you can set up, okay, I want to transfer money to my Access Bank. Or, like sometimes I want to send money to my mom's FCMB account. You can do that too. And then you can transfer money to this person, and it gets delivered within minutes. And you mentioned something about, can I transfer to some Bank of America account?
Yeah, can I transfer just from that bank to another bank, yeah. So
for now, you can't transfer to a non-Nigerian bank. For now, you can only transfer to a Nigerian bank.
Oh, okay.
So for now, you can only transfer from your Cleva account to a Nigerian bank. But we are looking at supporting the ability for you to transfer across the world to other US banks and even other banks in the world as well. That's something that will come very soon, in some months' time.
Okay. What gets to Nigeria? Is it dollars or naira? What do I withdraw in Nigeria?
So for now, it's naira. So
gotcha.
if you're sending money to someone's Access Bank, we will also show you an exchange rate as well. And we try to offer very competitive exchange rates. So we'll show you the exchange rates, and then you can just withdraw in naira to that account. Very soon, we'll also enable you to be able to withdraw to a DOM account, in which case it will be USD you are withdrawing to this DOM account. We know some of our customers would like that. They've asked for it. So that will come soon as well.
Okay, and this is just America to Nigeria, not in Nigeria to America yet.
Not yet, exactly. So it's USD to naira, not yet the other direction. Yes, but that's also on the roadmap. Yes.
Gotcha. And just wanted to ask Philip about people talking about Microsoft. What about the data security and all this? If I give you guys all my information, how safe are you guys, more or less?
Thank you very much for raising this, Kalu. In fact, this is one of our bread and butter in terms of and when I say bread and butter, I mean it's right up our expertise alley. I worked at AWS, like I said before, and so data protection is something we take very, very seriously. As of today, once data is provided by customers, we follow best practices to encrypt data. So in the event of any kind of disaster or something, nobody's data will be exposed. Besides that, too, since we store these things in encrypted format, even within the organization, we've structured things in such a way that people don't have unverified access to things. And so security and data protection is something we've thought about from day one, and we're taking very seriously on an ongoing basis.
Gotcha.
I just want to quickly add, let me just hype up my co-founder a little bit, since he will not hype up himself. So a lot of fintechs, a lot of fintechs use AWS, okay? Right?
And what is AWS? When people are listening, that's Amazon. Talk about AWS. Just give us a breath so people understand why you mention AWS.
So it's Amazon Web Services. It's a cloud. Well, let Philip go into the details of this. But Philip can tell you everything about AWS. But what I wanted to say real quick was that a lot of fintechs use AWS to host their services and what they are building. So we also use AWS, but not only do we use AWS, but we have Philip who actually worked and built some things within AWS, which you don't really have in many fintechs, right? So it's not just, take this AWS thing and go and use it to build stuff, but like you need to have even lower level understanding of it, which we're very fortunate to have from Philip's expertise at AWS. So that's something that we continue to enjoy at Cleva, which helps us build a very, very robust system.
So AWS,
in and out of AWS.
We've got AWS, we've got Stripe, we've got one Stripe, one AWS tag team solving a Nigerian problem for Nigerians. I love it. Philip, jump back in there.
Yes, thank you. So for the question about what AWS stands for, that's Amazon Web Services. And for those who do not know, this is pretty much the world's largest and leading cloud service provider. And what that means is that Amazon serves a lot of businesses around the world by providing them tools that make it easy for them to build software, run software, deploy software that serves millions of customers without managing the infrastructure themselves. So my experience at AWS, in fact, we are going to be talking about how people position themselves for global opportunities, right? So me being a Nigerian and having had this experience where I built software from scratch within AWS that's been launched and serving customers has definitely put Cleva in a position where, we can really tap into that experience and build something that's secure and that scales very well and serves customers very well.
I love that. Last question, guys. Of course, guys, if you want to speak, you can just request for the mic. I'll give it to you. DMs are also open. But my last question on my own, and just understand this really most. What about taxation? If I get a U.S. account and I get one of my U.S. accounts, I get that 1099 whatever in the U.S. What of taxes? Do I pay? Is there any tax in Nigeria? Do you guys know about it? You don't have to, so I don't want to ask you advice, but what do you know about taxes as regards this? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. So the accounts that we offer at this point in time, it doesn't have any tax implications to our customers. Yeah. So you can receive payment. People also receive payments for different things, right? But the payment you are receiving doesn't have any tax implications for you to receive this payment. However, I'm also not like people need to go and talk to their tax consultant. Let's say, for example, you are a remote worker, you are hired by company X that's based in the US as a contractor. Okay? Now, you have a contract with this company X that's outside of Cleva, but you're just using Cleva to receive your payment. Now, from the Cleva standpoint, there's no taxes there. However, because you're a contractor based in Nigeria, receiving payment from abroad, based on Nigeria laws, you're supposed to be paying some taxes, right? So that one is like a separate tax that it's just income taxes you need to figure out as someone who's earning money. Whether you're getting paid in Naira or you're getting paid in USD, you need to figure out your taxes independent of Cleva. We are just this middle person facilitating the ability for you to receive your payment, and in which case there's no tax, there's no additional tax.
All right, perfect. Perfect. All right, let me go to the DMs. I've got Leslie. Leslie, thank you so much for joining in. Leslie, please go ahead. Yeah, you've heard about Cleva. I think it's very unique. What do you think?
I think first let me commend both them, Philip and Tolu. It's quite challenging to see people trying to work together.
I agree.
And so this team, I don't know, are they just the two of them that are the founders of Cleva?
Tolu, question for you.
Yeah, so it's me and Philip as co-founders. We are the only two founders. However, we're very grateful for our team. We have a team of engineers, about maybe 8, 9. We have a marketing team. We have compliance, right? Like this kind of a product it's not easy. Only me and Philip, two of us cannot do the whole thing. But from a founder perspective, it's me and Philip, and maybe we want to even talk a little bit about how we met. So I've known Philip for more than 10 years now. He and my brother have been pretty much besties. So I've known him through my brother, and me, my brother, and Philip were very fortunate to go through this program sponsored by the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria, in Abuja, where you apply to colleges in the U.S., you get a scholarship, and so on. So 3 of us, me, my brother, Philip, we went through this program. We got scholarships to the U.S. Philip will stay it now, but he came all the way from, some small town in Kano, MIT. To MIT. It's one of the, if not the best computer
call out too.
No, I'm always here to hype Philip. I'm always here to hide Philip, but yes,
thank you.
We've known each other for a while. So my mom knows Philip, his family knows me. So we've been working on Cleva since March, actually. I think Philip mentioned we launched in August, but we've been working on this since March. We did a lot of research together, even tried different things, and then got us to the point where we hired people on the team. And now we're at the point where we launch, we have some customers, but we know that we're not even scratching the surface. Philip and I want to be on this journey together for a long time. So
that's a good one.
I love it. I love that.
I love that. You know why I asked this question? Good team is just more important than the product, actually.
100%.
Yeah. So when you have a team that is understanding, because I've been to the startup space, my experience about 10 years past, we built something similar, but it crashed along the way because the team was not, the best of its kind that we were expecting. So if you have a team that all of you have got to the point of understanding each other, knowing each other very well and your strength, you can complement yourself and build something good. I've stayed in Europe. Like when I was staying in Madrid for a while, I know it was quite difficult to do transaction unless you go through the route of Western Union money transfer. And if you will now have something of this kind, that part of the unique value proposition should be taking advantage of the dump side. If payment can be received this side and it's dollar based, you have more transactional traffic as much as possible than you can even be thinking of with your naira, because now on your exchange rate, the exchange rate you're giving, as long as it's not the bureau de change, the aboki exchange rate, I doubt if it will be highly competitive enough. You would prefer to get that exchange rate on the street. That's where the value is. So think of that area, and for me, what they're doing is a good one. The fintech space is not saturated. We've not even scratched enough of the space. So what you're doing right now is something I quite appreciate, and I want to wish you the best.
Lovely. I love that, Leslie. Leslie, thanks so much. So the question for you from the DM, somebody just asked, I know I had asked you before, but just to ask again, somebody's asking, do you help diaspora open accounts in Nigeria? I.e., do you do that the other way? Just someone's asking, also make sure I get that clear for him.
So is it that somebody is based in the diaspora, they want to open a Naira account?
Correct. Want to open a Naira account in Nigeria. Yeah.
Okay. Not yet.
Not yet.
But very soon.
I like that answer.
Not yet. Right now, you only have USD account. Very soon, we're launching our NGN account. So you can be based anywhere in the world, and you can open a Naira bank account very soon. Yes.
Excellent. Okay, I've got Oyinloye Emmanuel. Please go ahead, sir.
All right, good evening. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Let me start by commending this beautiful idea. I know Carlo has over and time again commended you guys, but this is really a beautiful idea, particularly for Nigerians. So my question is very straight. I'm really concerned about not being able to transfer dollars from the Cleva account to the domiciliary account. I think the last speaker spoke about it also, and I think it's extremely, extremely important to be able to transfer directly dollars from your Cleva account to your domiciliary account. All right, I think also that Tolu mentioned that will be up very soon, but if I can ask that, is there a timeline to when that will be available? Thank you so much.
All right, good question.
Yeah, thanks for that. Do you want to just, I already know that this is a need, right? But can you just say a little bit more on why? Why would you like to transfer money to your domiciliary account, just for our own learning as well?
Well, they're asking, why do you want the dollars, more or less? If you can get the Naira in the exchange rate, why do you want the dollars? Maybe that's good.
All right. I'm going to answer this question this way. Like last speaker said also, I don't know his name quite well.
Leslie.
So, but I'm not so sure if the rates is going to be competitive enough.
Okay.
If the rates that you guys are offering.
So I think that's why you say that.
Okay, and also making payments these days, I'm not so sure the Cleva account have cards yet. So making payments these days, international payments, I've been in situations where have had to make different payments for various international exams, school fees, and stuff like that. So making payments, usually you can't do it with your Naira card. So you have to use your dollar cards and stuff like that. So it's easy to make payments from those accounts than your Naira account. So you want to get dollars into those Naira account. So I think you get where my question is coming from.
Yes,
and also, I'm not so sure also will be competitive enough. Thank you so much. That's just my opinion.
Okay, thank you for those 2 points. This is why I like going a little bit deep into understanding, the motivation for this question. So the first point, or let's start with the second point on, you want to actually use this US dollars that's in your account to be able to pay for stuff online with a card. So we're going to be launching our card soon. This one is in a matter of weeks. We're just actually, in fact, right now it's live to only a subset of customers. We're just wrapping up our testing. So once you have your USD card on Cleva, you can top up the card and you can pay for stuff. To the second point of, exchange rates, is it bank rates, is it this rates, right? We try to offer very competitive rates that is not bank rates, right? So it's very similar to the market rates. So that's what we offer. And we understand that it's possible that some customers might still want to send money to their DOM account, which is why we still have it on our roadmap that we want to get to this. You asked about when exactly. I'm not able to share specific dates or month for this one, but I will tell you towards the end of Q1, so that kind of March maybe. But again, I don't want to commit to that since this depends on a bunch of technical and engineering things, and as well as the other things we're working on our roadmap. But it's important to us, and we want to enable that transfer to DOM very soon. But we're looking at 2024 for that one. Yeah.
Interesting.
Now, sorry, there's something I also want to find out from them. For example, I know I usually earn royalty from some of my work through some publication, companies like Greenwich and all of that. If it is possible, if I hadn't stayed in Europe, for example, it would be difficult for me to have a PayPal account. Now, you can be integrating this your platform. If you can integrate your platform to some of these, international bodies where people do a work and they want to earn royalty or whatever, they can earn through your platform and get it either in dollar or whatever currency. So now your platform, does it only receive or accept dollar or euro and other currencies?
Yeah, for now we're focused on dollar, on the USD. Yeah, we think about other currencies, and we believe that we'll get to other currencies as well. But the way we look at it is we want to do a very, very good job at USD. We don't want to just start with 5 different currencies. Everything is halfway done, right? Because we're so distributed across so many different things. So the approach me and Philip have taken is let's start with USD, since that's where a lot of the volume is going through USD. Let's just do a very, very good job. We get you your USD card, get you all these other features, and then we go to other currencies.
You can look at euro. If I don't live in a country where my earnings are in dollar and I earn euro, and I expect to have a transaction on my euro account, that will be very. We have a lot of Nigerians across European countries that are earning euro currency. That would have also helped to make or facilitate the acceptability and usage of this platform very quickly.
Yeah,
it's important to look at.
Leslie, it's all about baby steps, right? Want to get the first one right, and then move on.
But noted.
Good feedback on that. Yeah, I've got Prince. Prince, thanks for holding on. I know you were dropping in now, but Prince, please go ahead. Prince Nasara, please go ahead. All right, please sort that mic out. I'm going to I am Sam. You've got the floor. Please go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
How you doing, sir?
I'm Samuel speaking from Sweden, Stockholm.
Hi, Sweden.
Firstly, I would love to appreciate the team, Tolu and Philip. I think I've known Cleva maybe before they even come out. I've been following Tolu so closely on LinkedIn, Twitter, everywhere. And I messaged the team actually July 27 this year. And that is before they even launched the product by August. So I've been on top of Cleva. And just
how come you knew us before we launched? Are you a seer? How come? How
Yeah.
come?
It's a
I
groupie.
actually have my message on LinkedIn to Cleva on the chat or the Cleva LinkedIn page, and well, it's yet to be responded to, but I hope I can get a response after this meeting. So
For
and,
sure, for
I mean,
sure. I will respond to you personally. Thank you for knowing us even before we launched.
yeah, I mean that's just because of the great work they are doing, and I mean this is a well-needed problem in Nigeria they are solving. My sister based in Nigeria, she's trying to pay for IELTS. A lot of Nigerians are trying to pay for IELTS, TOEFL. I'm in a scholarship group, and every Nigerians are looking for people that have dollar card that they can help them to pay. So with this kind of solution, I mean everyone can easily pay for their own, like maybe examination fee by themselves, just button to the dollar they want. So my question would be like, are there some particular features that we should be expecting in the roadmap? I mean, if you can just list some of these things that you have already on your roadmap and just tell us what we should be expecting in the next coming years or the next coming months according to the plan. And secondly, for me, I'm in Europe, so I'm not really looking at the dollar account now, and someone has already asked for the Europe account. Another question I want to ask is like, is there like a possibility of having like an investment platform? I mean, these are most of the things that are common to the likes of products like this in Europe, actually, because I would love to invest in dollar in Nigeria or in dollar in US if it's possible to use this platform. Just if the possibility, and if there is also any other interesting product or the features that would be of benefit to me. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
Great.
Philip, do you want to take this one?
Yes, I can jump in here. We have quite a lot of very, very key features planned at Cleva. So the immediate one that we talked about was cards that we're going to be launching very soon. On top of cards, when we're done with that, we potentially going to give people this ability to invest and save in US assets. But before we give you the ability to save and invest in US assets, we'll give you, these NGN accounts to make it easy for people to create NGN accounts, provide Naira, and then figure out how to get that Naira to dollar, So there are lots of other things. So these are like some of the more immediate ones that we're looking at. But, the thing with the startup is that our main goal is to solve pain points for Nigerians. So how we want to go about that is to continue to gather feedback and then refining our roadmap based on, what reality says. But I've talked about this. Tolu has mentioned already this savings and investment program. Sorry, you're raising your hand, Sam?
Oh, yeah, because I have another question, but you can just go ahead.
Yes, I think that's pretty much it. I just mentioned a couple of them, but there's more, and we're going to be refining those based on what the market says and what our customers are saying.
Great. Simon, okay, Prince is able to speak now. Prince, if you can speak, go ahead and unmute and let's go ahead get your question.
And then the last thing, sorry, I didn't mention this. Our mobile app is coming very, very soon. Mobile app is very, very key, and it's coming in potentially January. Yes.
Gotcha. That would be cool. That's what we're waiting for. Prince, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kalu. Thank you, Mr. Philip Abel. Thank you to the other team, the other colleague. This is a very exciting opportunity, and I'm so glad on the futures, the opportunities, the easy payment, and the ability to make cross-border payments. This is very exciting, very innovative. I'm glad to be a part of it because I'm going to be strategizing on how to ensure that I get easy payments through this platform. To talk about Mr. Philip. I've actually known Mr. Philip for over 20 years, or basically, to say he knew me right from when I was born. He's a great person, very hardworking, very innovative, and a man that his story is going to move every single person that listens to him. And you know that definitely he has so much integrity because he knows what is at stake, and he knows the mountain that he has pulled to get to this height. I am very, very motivated to get to know him, to have grown up with him. Thank you so much. Thank you for the beautiful things you're doing. So for this, my question is, now for Cleva, can a corporate organization create an account? And let's say if they are to create an account, so what name is going to be on it? Or the account, is it going to be strictly for individuals? Or basically, if corporate organization can create an account, what are the requirements? That's
okay. That's
my first question.
That's a great question, Prince. Prince, where are you calling from? For Philip answer, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lagos, Nigeria.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Philip, you've got the floor. Philip, so you've got the floor.
Awesome. Hey, thanks, Prince, man. I was looking at the photo. I'm like, this is my guy now. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we all grew up together in Kano, literally on the same street. So Prince can speak to how far we've come. And I'm very glad we're doing this again. Just to highlight some of the things he's already mentioned. This should at least give anyone who has some question or doubt that, look, Cleva, the people behind Cleva, like Prince already said, have integrity. We're here to serve you very, very well. And so you shouldn't have any reasons to be concerned about any questionable things that you might have seen from elsewhere or that might make you doubt trusting brands like ours. Now, to answer his question about these corporate accounts, we basically, if you come to our landing page today, you will see that we say Smart USD Banking for you and your business. That for you and your business basically says that we do have corporations in mind, we do have businesses in mind. In fact, one of the things that I didn't mention earlier when we talked about our roadmap is all the really great features that we're planning for business accounts as well. We are very, very close to the point where, again, in the first quarter of 2024, where we'll be able to launch these accounts that can serve organizations. And so, yes, you should be able to, even as an organization, come into Cleva, create an account, create an account for your organization, go through KYC, and the KYC would allow for, whether it's a single owner organization or multiple owners, you should be able to provide the docs for us to verify the organization, and then they can start receiving USD and doing a lot of other wonderful things based on that with the USD account.
So in summary, it's possible for the corporates to have the accounts?
The summary of it, yes. So the summary is that it will be possible.
Uh-huh.
It's not possible today because we haven't turned on the capability,
okay,
but it's been built and it will be possible in early first quarter of 2024.
Gotcha. Just so clear, so only individuals for now. Excellent. Gotcha. All right, super.
Yes.
Thanks, Sam. Great question. Let me get, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Haskell FX 1966. Haskell FX. Haskell. Okay, let me just read. So the DM for you guys, basically asking if you guys have regulation in the US. It's basically more or less asking if you guys are regulated in the US to do this. That's long and short of what it's asking.
Okay, yeah, great question. So in the US, we are registered as a money service business, MSB, with the FinCEN. So FinCEN is pretty much the regulatory body that a lot of fintechs are supposed to register with. So we did this registration before we launched in August, like April. We even put our registration number on our website. We try to be very transparent about this. So you can go to our website. You can even take this registration ID if you want to go and search for it. You're happy to. I mean, you're free to do that. So we are registered with the FinCEN. Number one, that's like the key parts of it, and we're also partnered with financial institutions on the US side as well as the Nigeria side. So all of our partners are licensed. We make sure that we work with licensed institutions as a way for us to make sure that we are meeting with regulations and just doing the right things in this space. This is a very highly regulated space. So we do the registrations where we can, and then we partner with licensed institutions where we can as well.
Good one. Let me see if... Okay, I think it's dropped off. I had him up here. So let me go back to DMs. Second DM. So this is just to clarify. He's saying, yes, you can send money from anywhere in the world to the US account. Yes, you can send... the US account can receive funds from anywhere in the world. They have a SWIFT number. So you get an account number, you get your SWIFT. just give it to your whoever wants to pay you, and the funds will go. They're just clarifying that. You've already answered that. And yes, okay, debit card. Yes, debit cards are going to be available. Correct. And what else is here? I think these are just we came. Yes, also, what would be the exchange rate? So they're asking about the exchange rate for now. Do you want to answer? Or just give them the answer? You had spoken about that earlier. They were just asking about the exchange rate you would use, or the mechanism you use to determine exchange rates for the transfers.
Yeah, our exchange rates are updated every day. That's why I don't like to say a number, because by tomorrow night it will be a different number. However, we use the market rate, right? We use the market rate, which are very competitive. So right now our exchange rate is like 1,200 and something. And above, right? And tomorrow, depending on the market, depending on a bunch of other factors, it will change again. So it's something that is refreshed. Sometimes, in one day, we update the exchange rate multiple times, because maybe the market is just very volatile that particular day. That can happen as well. So it's something that's always changing. And we try to be very transparent with this. So as soon as you log into the app, you will see, like right there on the homepage, you will see what the exchange rate is for the day.
Excellent. I've got Martin. Martin, you've got
Hello, good evening.
Martin, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. I also appreciate the owner of the fintechs platform for this great work. So my question is, my deposit on your platform, is there any form of insurance it has? Like maybe in the finance industry, there is NDIC. Like if my money is in the bank, if I deposit, in your platform, is my deposit insured? Guys, just I want to find out.
Good question. I mean, NDIC, FDIC, and all that kind of stuff. I know NDIC does not do fintechs. I know FDIC doesn't do fintechs for now. So, do you have any comment on that?
Yeah, so this is a good question. Like, once we have our Naira accounts, I mean, those would be, at the end of the day, right, all this money that we have, whether Naira accounts or dollar accounts, is sitting in a bank. So Cleva is not a bank. So actually, we don't, we're not able to, like, hold all this money. So if you receive $100 into your Cleva account and it's just sitting there, it's actually in a bank. And that bank is insured. If it's a bank in the US, that bank is insured. If it's a bank in Nigeria, that bank is insured. So that's we pretty much pass-through insurance that we are able to give our customers. Yeah, so that's pretty much the answer to this one. All the funds live in the bank, and the banks are insured.
Martin, so Solomon, hold on. Martin, did I answer your question? Do you have any follow? You're good?
Yes, sir.
Martin, where are you calling from, Martin?
I'm calling from Ibadan.
Ibadan.
Actually.
Good,
yes, sir.
Good. Okay, just checking. Thanks so much, Martin. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Solomon, you've got the floor, sir.
Good evening, Mr.
Tolu,
Mr.
Philip.
Kalu. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
So I would like to know, are you planning on creating APIs for programmers to integrate payments from their applications to their bank accounts? Is there any plan for that?
Definitely. This is also on our roadmap. So we have been building our own APIs actually in order for us to build Cleva and what we offer today. However, the APIs are just internal to Cleva. But we want to get to the point where we can also externalize this API so that other developers can build on top of Cleva. We are just not there yet, because for us to be able to do that, we need to make sure that our partners, our banking partners are, everybody's on the same page and aligned, and some of these things just take time. But it's something that we want to do in the future. Philip, please feel free to jump in as well.
No, that's pretty much it. And I would say the only thing to add here is that we, from like an expertise angle, we are very, very well positioned to be able to do this well. So once the non-technical conversations, that's the conversation with our partners, materialize and we get a green light, we will have something that works very well ready for you guys.
Excellent.
All right. Thank
Excellent.
you very much.
And guys, just to reset the room, we're speaking with Cleva. We're talking about how they have developed this app that allows you as a Nigerian, more or less, or literally if you want an account in the US. So the this question just came to mind. Can non-Nigerians open an account with Cleva?
Great question. I was even going to talk about this. So right now, it's only Nigerians, right? But this problem of needing to receive payments from abroad is not a Nigerian problem.
True.
Almost every day, we get people from Ghana, You get people. I was going to say one of my favorite countries, but let me not say that since we have a lot of Nigerians on the call. But we get people from Ghana who are always emailing us saying, "Hey, please, I want to open a USD account. I need to get paid." We get people from Kenya as well who are reaching out, right? So it's not a Nigerian problem, and we do plan to scale to other countries very soon. It's just, as for us to get started, we decided to start with Nigeria since we're Nigerians. Nigeria is also a big market. We understand the space, so we decided to start with Nigeria. But in 2024, we expect to go to other countries and help meet this need as well.
Excellent. Excellent. So just to recap the room, we're speaking to Cleva. That's basically sorting out a unique problem, I would say, for all Africans, but starting with Nigeria on how you can get paid abroad. I mean, if you're a tech guy, if you're a gig employer, if you are anyone that receives monies from the abroad, especially the US, basically, this is for you, right? And they have a SWIFT code and an account number. So if I'm working in Nigeria, and I am working, or I'm just a dependent in Nigeria, I can open up Cleva, give them my routing and my SWIFT and account number, and I can get payment. So if the husband or the wife travels and you're making remittances to, are we going to talk about remittances? Remittances is about 25 billion. What does Cleva play in this remittances space? Does this then mean that Cleva can enable remittances? Is that what it means?
So remittances from somebody who's based in the US to their family member. So from a technical standpoint, yes, actually, yes. In fact, like I mentioned, like some of my siblings, they use Cleva to be able to, they top up their Cleva account with USD, and then they convert to Naira, they send money to our mom, they send money to other people in Nigeria. So you could use it, right? But right now we are focused on people who are based in Nigeria who need to receive USD. Somebody who's based in the US can still use Cleva to send Naira. However, there are additional features we want to add so that it makes that process simpler. So, for example, I just mentioned that if you're based in the US today and you want to use Cleva, you would need to first send your US dollars into your Cleva USD account. And then you can now send Naira. But a lot of people based in the US, they like to just use their card. They don't really like to top up bank accounts. The way we do bank transfers in Nigeria, some people in the US, they prefer to just spend with card. So we want to get to the point where if you're based in the US, you can also just link your debit card to Cleva and directly transfer money from that card to somebody in Nigeria. That's something we want to add on over time. However, like I said, as of right now, if you're based in the US, you can use it. As long as you have your BVN to onboard and complete KYC, you can use Cleva, top it up with US dollars, and send Naira to anybody in Nigeria.
Okay, including myself, because so it's a question on the DM. He's asking how long on the average is KYC, just on the average. If I have all my BVN and all and my ID, how long is the KYC process?
It should take like hours within a day. It shouldn't be more than a day. It's just sometimes I don't want to say minutes, but it's more like 1 day or less. That's the average. As long as you have all your documents, right? But sometimes we see some people, they are taking the picture of their ID, but it's not clear, so then they need to retake it. Sometimes maybe the BVN is just not the right thing, or people are sending us pictures that are not right, and they need to redo it. Those ones can take time, right? But if you submit everything within a day, within a couple of hours, you will get approved, and you can open your USD account immediately.
Gotcha. So again, this hypothetical is that I can say, if I'm in America, I can open up a Cleva account, fund that Cleva account, travel to Nigeria, withdraw my Naira in Nigeria, and spend.
I will let Philip take this because Philip.
Absolutely. In fact, I did this in June. I was in Abuja for about 2 months, and there were multiple cases where I needed to pay my Bolt driver or pay for food at a restaurant, but Access Bank, let me not mention the banks, but there were banks whose networks were down and I couldn't necessarily pay people. I basically just used Cleva banking for that. Like my dollar was in my dollar account at Cleva, and I needed to pay my Bolt driver, so I added them as a recipient and paid them immediately, and it got in there on the spot. So for that scenario, I think maybe that's kind of what you were asking about.
Correct, yeah, because I'm just looking at you just want to get funds in Nigeria, and really the way it works is that you want to have multiple redundancies. If your card doesn't work in Nigeria, at least you have cash in Nigeria. You don't want to go all the way and you have a Bank of America card, but you have no Naira cash, and you are like, what you do. So this is going to be like an additional way I would make sure I protect myself. Get Cleva, get your card. If you travel to Nigeria, you can still fund, and get the Naira. I mean, you're paying to yourself. So I would just say starter kit for Nigerians traveling back home to Nigeria. Get Cleva, put it there in addition to whatever you are doing. If it's working, makes sense to me. It's a US bank account. So which means that, okay, that's us. Just thinking to aloud. Yeah, so Philip, going back to DM, someone's asking, yes, we've addressed that question. Do you guys have a Naira debit card? Yes, we've addressed that question. It's on the way. Website, yes. Website, folks are asking for the website, how they can get started. They want to send it to their friend or their cousin in America. They're asking for the website. If you could please plug that in, I will do a retweeting this after the space. This is the website for Cleva, how they can literally get started. This person is saying, hi, thanks for the space. I'm listening. I might not use Cleva because I don't have a US bank account, but I want to send to someone that I think would need it. So please, if you can give me the link or the app, I can send to my friend. I think they would need it. So Philip, Tolu, just send that to me and then we can get rolling. Other question here on the DM. I heard you said it's not going to be tax. Yeah, so let me just answer that. He's talking about the taxes. What Tolu was saying was that if you are doing your normal course of business, of course you will pay your normal taxes. This is just, Cleva is just in the payment transfers for you. They're not interested per se in assessing your tax or knowing how much tax you're supposed to pay or to withhold. You are responsible for your taxes. They're just enabling the transfers between two jurisdictions. So get your tax advisor, get your accountant, determine your taxes. This is just a payment platform. They're not going to access or pay 30% or charge anything. This is just the payment platform, just like an ATM, something like that. Think of it that way, and that would help you. That's to Chidubem. Thanks for that question. Tolu, let me add Tolu back here. Sorry, Tolu. And also a DM. Great team. I like the energy and I like the team. Great. And I'm just wondering when they will. Yes. For now, they are only okay. This is again for Emmanuel. He's asking if Cleva can work outside the US. For now, they are starting from the US. That's the word. They are starting from the US. They're going to scale from the US. So watch this space. They want to get that US nuts and bolts completely tightened before they just start to go 100 miles across Europe or even across Africa. But for now, it is from the US. Let me see. Yeah, lots of questions here. I think folks are just joining the space. So they're asking lots of questions I've already taken to account. Yes, it's a US bank account. It will be opened in your name. That is for Monday. Thanks for the question. Yes, it's a US based bank account. It will be opened in your name, not in the name of Cleva. So if you have the account, it will be your name, Kalu Aja, routing, then account number and SWIFT number. SWIFT number is your international transfer number, different from routing, which is your local American number. So yes, it's going to be in your name. Mr. Woodfetcher, how are you doing, sir? Woodfetcher, you got the floor. Please unmute, sir, so we can hear your wonderful submission. This is one of my good farmer guys.
Good evening, everyone within my.
Where are you calling from, sir? Are you in the farm now, or where, sir? Woodfetcher, I can hear you again. You dropped off. Okay, fix that audio, sir. You're dropping in and out. Let me just run real quick to. You guys are dropping off like flies. Ken, Mr. Ken Uti. Did I get that right? Ken Uti.
Yes.
Is it Utai or Uti? Please
no, Uti.
Uti?
Just the same as UTI.
Okay, UTI.
Don't mind my father. He changed the spelling.
You were trying to be Ajabo or what? Oh my God. All right.
Yeah, it's Uti. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Please go ahead.
Hope you're good.
I am.
Yeah. Okay, great. I just joined some minutes ago, and I'm hearing some wonderful ideas about opening a bank account in your name. Does that apply? Sorry, maybe if I'm taking you guys back a little. Does that apply to maybe Nigerians who are not in the US, can they open an account? And also, can this account be linked to, for example, a trading platform where you can, buy stocks directly in the US? Just two quick questions. Thank you.
I've got Tolu and Philip here. Tolu, Philip, if you can just take that. Yeah, it's a good chance to recap. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Tolu, go for it. Yeah.
Okay. You can hear me, right?
Yes, I can.
Yes,
okay, sorry,
clearly.
I mistakenly got disconnected. Okay, yeah, so for the first question, right now we support just Nigerians because we can only KYC the BVN and the Nigerian identity. However, you don't need to be based in Nigeria. You can be a Nigerian based in Canada, you can be, which we have actually right now, we have some customers in that bucket. You can be a Nigerian based in South Africa, as long as you have your BVN and your ID, whether NI and ID, passport, voter's card, driver's license, you can complete KYC and open a USD account on Cleva. So that's for the first question. For the second question, you said, can you link it to other trading platforms?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, you want to do, trading, maybe with Vanguard, for example, or I don't know.
Like you have USD in Cleva and you want to move the USD into Vanguard for you to invest?
No. I mean, linking your trading account.
So he wants to go from Naira to Cleva dollars, then from Cleva dollars to then buying stocks in the US, for instance, something like that. Can he link his Naira, which would then, something like that.
Okay, so this is coming soon. This is one of the features that that's on our roadmap. Okay. Yes, we're very, very excited about this. It's coming soon.
So look, when you guys have that, you have to come back.
Oh, we will. Exactly. We surely will be back. We are we're working on this, but it will take some months, but we're very excited to get this going because again, like I said, right, like Cleva is not just all about receive payments in USD. No, we also want to enable and empower you to manage your money effectively, and this involves growing your money, right, and making smart decisions. Yeah, so this is something that we'll be supporting very soon.
Okay, great. Because that would be the attraction point for someone like me.
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot.
I mean, Ken, for me, the attraction point is really both ways. I do both cities, right? And I'm looking for a way I could send money back and forth. For me, just sending money from the US to Nigeria is hell. I have apps that are very, very easy to do it, but I think the Nigerian side, the Nigerian bank side, that gives me headache. It gives me a headache. Sometimes it's working, but the day it does not work is the day you depend on it. So I just need to have another way to do this. And these guys have the routing number, the SWIFT number and the account. So it's a US bank account. Which technically, it gives me that it's a US bank, my funds are there, so it's a bit safer, just something else. That's how I'm looking at it from. Again, on the Nigerian side, I do jobs here, some folks want to pay me. Some guys just want to pay me and they're like, give us your bank account. I give them a Nigerian bank, it's like, no, we can't transfer money. They actually tried, and they said, we can't transfer money to this account because of the SWIFT. Because that SWIFT was tagged, it's Nigerian. They couldn't transfer money. Luckily, I had other means, and they don't do crypto. They don't do all that stuff because they're a corporate. So if I had this, I'll just give them and say, I have a US bank account. It even adds credibility to you. Imagine if I'm doing a gig, I'm on Fiverr or I'm doing something, and someone says, how do we pay you? I said, do you want to pay me US or do you want to pay me Nigerian? Just imagine how it even sounds. It shows, I don't understand the efficieness and the structure that he gives to me that I can receive payments offshore and also onshore. You pick your poison. You want to pay me in Naira or you want to pay me in dollars? I like it. It helps the SMEs in Nigeria. It gives them credibility. If you're going to deal in Kenya or South Africa or Thailand, if you're an exporter, imagine a guy exporting yams from Nigeria and he wants to get paid. He say, no, pay to my bank account. Not a dumb, he's saying pay to my account. That's how to say, just pay to my US bank account. Oh, you have a US bank account. They'll be like, okay, this guy he's been verified by US bank. I love it.
That's credibility to your name, your brand, your business.
I think so. I completely think so. Yeah. I think farmers and exporters should jump all across. I think we're talking about diaspora, but if you're an exporter, if you are a guy that is getting paid from the abroad, I think you should jump all over this. It doesn't matter the currency. The dollar is convertible. If you are paid in euro, get it in dollars. It's convertible. There's no exchange loss like that. You know, if you are getting paid in euros, get it in dollars, convert. It makes perfect sense. I want to hear Cleva tell us that their next plan is to say the money you have in your account, sitting there, they would pay you interest. That's really what I want to hear next. That one I'll just grab them and not let them go. Yeah, that's what I want to hear them say. You know, then that would just do it for me.
Can I quickly add one last question?
Go for it.
Okay, yeah, please. This bank now, is it a standalone bank in the US, or is piggybacking on along another bank or something like that? How is it structured to run in the US?
Yeah, so Cleva is not a bank by itself. So we partner with banks. We work with banks. Yeah. So right now, if you were to open a bank account on Cleva, you will get a Wells Fargo account number, Wells Fargo routing number that you can use to receive payments. But Cleva itself is not a bank. We're built on top of banks. Yeah.
Okay. So essentially, if I'm giving out that account details, I don't need to say the bank name is Cleva. The bank name is Wells Fargo.
No, you give them your SWIFT number. When you want to receive a payment, you simply give your SWIFT number. That SWIFT is attached to a bank. So because you can say your bank is Wells Fargo and there's a bank called Wells Dago. So, but the SWIFT is unique to every bank. So every bank in the world has a SWIFT.
Yes.
So once you want to receive payments, you can print your invoice and put that SWIFT and that bank account. You don't have to mention the name of Cleva, right? All it is, once they put that, just what bank is this? It's a US bank. They plug in that SWIFT into their transfer app, they will see the bank pop up. So that's why I say it gives you credibility, because what they are going to see is that you have a bank account in the US. And to open a bank account in the US, you must have passed anti-terror, you must have passed anti-law. So, I mean, guys, think three-dimensional.
This is great.
Exactly. I'm telling you, like, if you are getting, like, when I started up this space, Ken, I talked about the lady that I paid on Fiverr to read my manuscript. She was from Nigeria. I didn't know she was from Nigeria. She had a different name. No, but when we said to talk, she saw my name and she talked to me offline. And she's Nigerian. And essentially, it's her quote-unquote sister. You understand? It's her sister's name, sister's address, sister's everything. Because sister is based in the US, but she does the job. You understand? Her sister gets the job, then she outsources the job to the lady in Nigeria who does it. And then, of course, sister gets paid in the US. But that girl now can open up a Cleva account with her own account and get paid directly to Nigeria. So it's really, really, I love it. I think it helps a lot of folks get employed, because that is the one thing in Nigeria is missing in our gig economy. We can't get paid. So I love it.
I'm jumping on the train right now.
Do you know how to jump on the train? Tolu, how can Ken jump on the train? I know you said it during the space, but say it one more time. Lots of folks just add in now. How can Ken jump on this train? What should he do?
Yes, Ken, you can go to www.getcleva.com. Get Cleva. So Cleva ending with an A, .com, and sign up. Very easy to sign up. Complete your KYC, which is also pretty easy, and you will have your USD account details ready for you. So www.getcleva.com. We'll also be posting this on Twitter as well.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot.
Once I get out, I'll share. And then if you guys have questions even after the space has ended, please send to me or to Tolu or to Philip. Not a problem. We would, of course, answer, or I can send to them and all that. It's going to be recorded as well, guys. So this will be on the podcast. You can go back and listen to this recording. And if you need to get any clarification, shoot that DM, shoot that mail, and we'll take it from you. I'm basically just running up now. Just have one guy asking to speak. I'm going to see if I can add in real quick, and then we'll just do the roundup. Hopping in real quick. One, I'm not sure you can hear me. Can you hear me? If you can, we'll take a question real quick. Otherwise, we'll just sort of end the space. One, real quick. Go for it.
Okay.
Because I've kept Tolu and Philip here, so I want to make sure I maximize the time for
Hey everyone, good evening.
Yeah, go ahead. Tolu and TSR, see, don't worry. Yeah, go ahead. So.
Yeah, wonderful things I'm hearing. I am in the fintech space, and just hearing things, and I was intrigued. I saw this space, I was so intrigued, and decided to join in, hearing wonderful things. Yeah, I was about to ask the question Carlo asked earlier concerning percentages, because people want to save and maybe earn returns. I wasn't hearing that, so I was glad Carlo asked that. Secondly, I tried signing up or tried finding the website. It was a bit difficult, so please, if you would like to, you would have to post that, and please create an instructional video, 2-3 minutes. People, Africans are not known to read. Watch videos, and maybe in 2-3 steps they get to sign up and everything. That would really help. Thank you, Cleva, for what you do.
Thank you very much. So we will be posting our website, and we also do have an instructional video for how to open an account. So we'll make sure to post that as well. So we'll be posting that and attaching it to this space so that people can see it. But our website is getcleva.com. Getcleva.com, and like I said, we'll post it for sure. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Carlo. I'm a big fan. Thank you for what you do.
I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. Let's get TSLA hands up. Go ahead, sir. Wande, thanks so much for that. TSLA,
hey,
Carlo.
Carlo. It's always good to hear. I really appreciate what you do. Financial literacy, being financially literate is very, very important for Africa as a continent. So any new service is great. And forgive me for asking this question if you've already addressed it, but currently right now, I do some investing in Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, and South Africa, and I just use crypto. And I guess the question I have, for Tolu is, if someone is using that route, do you have any channels for people who may want to use crypto as well? Do you have any APIs or quick ways to hook in? And then I have another question for Carlo after you answer this, Tolu.
Yeah, great question on crypto. So I also let Philip jump in a bit. We do believe in crypto as a simpler way to move money. However, as you know, due to regulation, both on the US side, on the Nigeria side, the regulators are not very friendly with crypto, which has caused us to not support crypto right now. So we don't have any way for people to send crypto to their Cleva account or to pay out crypto at this point in time. Doesn't mean we will never support it, but we are also just keeping our eyes and ears on the ground to see when the government and regulators are more open to crypto, so that we can make sure to adopt it very quickly. But right now, it's not supported.
Yeah, so just the only thing I'll add is that even though we are looking at the crypto space and watching regulation, we mostly are looking at stable coins at the moment as like this means of making it easy for us to move value.
That'll be interesting.
So stable coins.
That'll be interesting.
Okay. Yeah, because I think one of the things that I find is that I work with people in Nairobi as well, Accra, and it just works. You have to find out the route that works for you, but definitely anything that can make it easier because I also believe in using staff in Nigeria because of it's just a benefit. You can really get. I'm developing a small booth right now, and I'm using staff in I think it's Ibadan right now, and I'm paid for their school fees, and I train them on how to quickly do the swap, and then they're happy with it. It works, and for me as an investor, it's just cheaper to get the product out. I'm trying to sell it here in the States, but it's a great look. But any way you can onboard crypto, I highly recommend it because you can send payments Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria within seconds. It's not even there's no wallet at all.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
Thank you.
Nice one. Yeah, TLC, you had a question?
Yeah, for you, Carlo. Carlo, for you, really. I guess the question I have is one of those more. It's like it sometimes is a little difficult to, because I get these little feelers out there in like Taraba State, and you have all these people who are doing interesting mining, and I'm just wondering through your contact space or your contact list, what links do you have for people who do discovery work, I guess, in the north? Obviously we know the complications that are there, but the opportunities are really exciting. I was able to secure some land very, very cheap, and it's just, I'm not an NGO. I'm more like, I want to farm and make money, but it's challenging to get to do stuff there. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm just wondering what has been your perception of that area, and also mining in that area as well.
To get the land is easy. To get the paperwork on the land is easy. I think the problem with mining in Nigeria is an unregulated space, and it's very dangerous. That's just what's going on. We're talking trans-border terrorism, money laundering, ISIS. All the words you don't want to hear when you hear investment. That's all we're talking about there. So if it's farming, yes, but if it's mining, I mean, we have a large gold miner in Osun State. The North should have much more than that. Gold, diamonds are plenty there, but for now, it's just a space you don't want to go into unless the government really cleans it up. You can go small time. It's just not something you can invest money in for now. If you look at the official budget, I'm sorry, what is a tangent? If you look at the official budget, solid minerals in Nigeria are less than 5 billion revenues. Less than 5 billion revenues. That's the official number. So you can see that just tells you what's going on there. But I don't want to take away from the space of Cleva, right? Let's talk DM. Let's talk DM.
Yeah, okay, I'll DM you. Yeah, my bad.
All right, so last one is going to be Prince. Prince, you've got your hand up. Go ahead and speak, President. We'll just sort of wind down the space. Prince, go ahead. You hadn't spoken before, but go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Kalu, for the opportunity. I just want to commend the team. I am also very much looking forward to the APIs because I have a beautiful idea that I would like to integrate to the platform. And also, I am suggesting that we have this space, like if every month or so, because there are a lot of people who are not here that would really love to benefit from this beautiful opportunity and get to know about Cleva. Thank you so much, Mr. Philip. Thank you, Tolu. Thank you for this beautiful idea that you've brought to reality. Thank you so much, everybody.
Appreciate that. All right, folks. So, I mean, for the last 1 hour, I believe that's an hour gone already. We've been talking with the team from Cleva. Talk about the opportunity that they're basically giving Nigerians now to partake in this global economy we call the world. You know, the economy is out there. Nigerians are getting trained on their own, on IT, on the gig economy, but we really can't participate because we can't get paid. We can't plug into that global payment network because we are cut out. The reason is another topic, but we are cut out. So I love Cleva solving this problem for us and giving us a good solution that we can trust. I commend them for it. Philip and Tolu and all the team behind you guys, great work for bringing this out. You know, we can complain, but you guys are solving a problem. And that's basically what we want. You are creating jobs, you are creating productivity gains, and it can only be best for Nigeria what you guys are doing. Let me get Philip and Tolu to sort of like give us their closing remarks, and then we'll call it a weekend, right? Let you guys go back and say, don't forget, guys, we're here every Sunday, every time, 8 p.m. But Philip, Tolu, got the floor.
Yes, thank you, Kalu. I just want to say we appreciate people who joined us today. I don't have much to add other than Cleva has a lot of really good things planned for our Nigerian customers and just Africans or people who will be using us in general. And we're very, very passionate about anything we will do to remove pain. Pain around getting money, pain around investing, pain around participating in the global economy. So continue to watch the space, follow us for updates, and we won't disappoint.
Excellent.
Yeah, just exactly right. What Philip said. We're very, very passionate about this space. Well, like we've said, we've worked at AWS, at Stride. We're not just here to just quickly build something for 1 year and be done. No, we really want to solve problems, real problems. And we're starting with this problem of getting paid in USD, but we're going to be scaling and expanding to solving other problems as well. So like Philip said, please, continue to trust us. Continue to give us feedback because we'll improve based on your feedback. And we're here for the long term journey. So very excited. And Carlo, thank you so much for having us today on your spaces. This has been really great to answer questions and also get feedback as well. And we look forward to being back in the future as we launch more products.
I look forward to it. It's clever. Look forward to it. And thank you. I like what you keep on repeating. We're here for the long term. If you know, you know. We're here for the long term. So I love that as well that you emphasize that point. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me again for this Sunday. We always here and we actually talk money, financial literacy, just to get you guys up to speed on what's going on. Make it personal. This is a personal product. I know there's no one I know in Nigeria that will not need a service that Cleva is basically giving. None. There's no one. Either we have someone abroad or we want to send money or receive monies and we need this. So I love it and thank you so much. Yes, this is going to be recorded. I got a lot of messages making sure I record this. Yes, it's going to be recorded on Twitter, but also going to be recorded on the podcast, and I will share the podcast on my link. You can get this podcast anywhere you get podcasts, but also it's going to be on the website and on Twitter as well. I'll share it on Twitter as well. Again, guys, don't forget to get my book. Let's Talk About Your Money. It's financial literacy, 444 pages, lots of pictures, all my experience in managing money from private bank and also asset management. Get it, it will bless you. On that note, thank you so much, guys. I couldn't have done this without you folks being here present. I wish you guys the very, very best. Let Monday be a great week for you. All right, folks, take care of yourselves and bye.
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 Bye,
Thank you.
guys.